usage to the next level during this summertime. So I'm ready for that. And I know, Nissan, you're doing some amazing things with AI lately, which is really exciting. And you recently also, kind of off topic, had a post with 120,000 views. And I mention that because, number one, it's worth checking out, but also anybody who's interested in getting that kind of exposure for their business should really reach out and talk to you and to us about advertising on the radio station, because
It
it's
just shows you
powerful.
how many people listen to the station. It's unbelievable.
Exactly, it's powerful. I mean, that's a lot. 4.3 thousand likes. I mean, that's a lot.
4,000.3 and 120,000.8 people saw the post. So
Right. So that's a lot of exposure. So for our listeners, amazing opportunity here for massive exposure when you work with the radio station. But that's an aside. So today we're here, of course, for AI. And I will remind everybody, last week we talked about building your AI brain and knowledge base, and really allowing AI to create systems and clarity for you, and the power in that. And today, as we step into summer, I really wanted to talk about the fact that there's so much hype out there about AI, and everything is the next change and the next breakthrough. But the truth is that there are tremendous wins with AI when you look at the small wins, and those small wins become the big wins over time. That's really where there's tremendous breakthrough. And those people who are still not comfortable yet and want to really feel around, those small wins are the places where you can create really over time massive compound wins for yourself. So what I mean by that is places where, maybe it saves you 15 minutes every day, or something that's an energy drain for you. Those small wins, either individually or in your business, can create such massive compound effects over time, and really help you to start to see where you can do things that are even bigger. So it's powerful. Nissan, I know we've been talking a lot over time, and you're doing things that are really big, but also some of these things that remove some friction, right? Like helping you with things with the website and helping you with things with the app. So you're also taking that into account, which is very exciting. But the thing to think about here is that really leverage is usually just hiding in the work that we've stopped questioning, and we just take as it has to get done, and it feels very rote and repetitive. So these AI use cases that are the most valuable, what I'm finding, especially as I'm working with more and more clients on building their AI brains and then using those for building out their agents and creating this uniformity in what their various agents are seeing, is that it is in these things that feel like they're not impressive. They're just little tiny tweaks that wind up having massive impact. So a great thing to do is to ask yourself, what are you or members of your team doing every day, every week, every month, and looking for the repetition, the friction, the reworking, and of course places where you find there are delays, because a 5-minute improvement repeated 50 times is going to be far more valuable often than a 2-hour improvement that happens only once.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, so I don't have a voice, so
You don't, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. But you, as always, you can jump in anytime. So I really feel that summer is such a great season to build these systems. People, especially if you have kids or you have anything, that has to do with or is in line with seasonal or schools, the summer is a time where things get out of routine, new routine, different schedules, travel, and a lot of times things seem to quiet down, and there are these like routine disruptions. So it's a really great time to start looking at those things, and also, asking like, what keeps falling through the cracks? What is creating the stress? What gets forgotten? And those are really often major AI opportunities. And I know if you're, one of those people who are scrolling online a lot, or you're looking at things online and the algorithm has started to really throw at you a lot of the AI hype, it feels like everything is, oh my God, this is the next game changer. This is going to change everything. This is the biggest. But really, it's, as I'm sharing what I'm seeing, especially with clients and in my own AI adoption, it's these little things that feel like they're so little that really are having these incredible, massive compound effects. So, and I believe that the best time to build these support systems is really before you feel like you need them. But once you have already some kind of system in place or standard operation kind of happening, because you cannot create a system where there is no standard. So first you need to have that in place. So this is exactly why I've become so focused on building the AI brain, because the AI brain then really helps feed and build around all of these places for little wins. And as I shared last week, the AI brain helps so tremendously in defining priorities and workflows and the voice and culture, and makes decision making easier and recurring tasks. And it becomes, you can think about it almost like a chief of staff, that then you have all your other employees and people they're going to go to. So you have an opportunity then, as things change in your business or even your personal operations, you can change it in one place, and kind of like a spider web, it will go out and automatically make the changes to those underlying employees and teams that you build around that. So all of this today is really connected and comes back to the summer, and now is a great opportunity. If you've been resisting, if you've been thinking, oh, it's got to be this huge thing, to really be thinking through, where are those seemingly little potential opportunities, but that will create recurring compound effect. And it's going to be really powerful. So, it's similar to what I'm sharing here with the opportunity with compound. You don't start with the agent. In the example I was giving you, you start with the brain and you start with the clarity. So just as you go through your days, starting to really look at, where am I or my teammates or people in my company having the most friction, energy drain, frustration, even if it's like 15 minutes a day, a couple times a week, you are going to find massive benefit. And some other, places that I would recommend you think through is, if after meetings, is it taking a lot of time, or are you not organized on what were the takeaways and who needs to do what, right? That's a great place, a great way you can have AI help you automatically pull the takeaways, pull the to-dos, who's responsible for what, help you track, and really make these kinds of things automatic. Emails, I've shared week over week. Emails are a great place. Scheduling, there are so many opportunities where you do things repetitively, or you just have resistance and drain. So the goal I am suggesting is not for everybody to go and become an AI expert, but the goal really is to create small wins, build these useful workflows, reduce friction points, and you can do this in so many different ways, through AI agents, or creating a prompt that you use repeatedly. Creating your AI brain is a huge one that I strongly recommend. And this summer, actually in probably 2 weeks, I am launching a cohort that is specifically designed to help people do exactly this, whether for themselves or personally or within their businesses. It's not to learn everything about AI, but it's to build specifically your AI brain, and then at least one AI agent that is going to help you to see immediate value and expand time. So if that's something you're interested in, please reach out. We are going to build together so that by the end of the cohort, halfway through the summer, you are going to have at least one AI employee, and the opportunity to much more quickly build other AI employees, that by the new school year, holy moly, everything could be different for you. So
They not teach my kid at school AI. It's 7 years old, but I think they need to start to do something.
you know, we talked about this before, and I think it would be really, it's an important practical skill. And I know a big issue is that the education system moves much more slowly than what's happening in AI and in these kinds of things, which is, again, another reason why I think it's really important to go privately and find the right people or organizations to help your students, your children learn the skills without taking away the critical thinking that they need to do still. It's kind of this very interesting spot with kids, because you still want them to be able to think critically, right? And this is a life skill that we know now is incredibly important. So I hear you. And I don't know, your son is a bit younger than my kids, but my daughters hate right now. They are telling me they hate AI. They don't want to work with it. They are not pleased about me working with AI, but what is exciting for me is to be able to tell them that I really believe I am standing as part of the solution to something that's changing, and to just hate on it is not helpful, but to be part of the solution and the way to make it constructive and useful and wonderful is an exciting opportunity, I think, that we have. So to remind everybody today, what we talked about is the opportunity to work with AI with small wins, not looking for this big bang explosion, but just find these small places where you can shave off a little bit of time, expand time, and how over a week, a month, a year, those things can really reduce friction. They can help take away errors. They can reduce overwhelm and really buy back so much time to do so much more, which is really where the quick win is. My mother always says, the small things are really the big things, and the big things are really the small things. And it's true. I really believe that. The devil is in the details, and these seemingly little things make a big difference. So I believe that the organizations and individuals who are going to benefit and who do benefit the most from AI are not necessarily the ones making the biggest moves. They're the ones that are making consistent moves. They're reducing friction. They're building leverage and creating their systems, because big transformations are often nothing more than small wins repeated long enough. So the best use cases often hiding in the work you have even stopped noticing. So with that, we'll leave it for this week. But until next week, remember, AI scales capability. Leadership determines what that capability builds. And if you want to get in touch with me, know about the cohort, or anything to do with getting more exposure for yourself or your business through the radio station, please reach out. Gila at globalai.com. That's spelled GLOWBALAI, GLOWBALI.com. Or you can call me at 561-257-4551, 561-257-4551. If you build anything, create some new opportunities, remove friction, anything, even what feels like the smallest win, please share it with us on the Facebook group. We would love to hear. And if there's anything more that you would like us to cover in our weekly AI Talks segment, please let us know. We are here to serve you. And until next week, thank you so much, and Shabbat Shalom.
Gila, thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
עכשיו הרגע לא חיכינו, את רואה, אמרתי לך שכל זה יתגשם. כולם כאן מסביבנו מוחאים כפיים. אני מודה לו בכל בוקר, מתנה ש...